Oh, it is it?
Yeah.
What's your X account?
At those mad lads.
Those mad lads.
Those mad
Spell
lads.
it. Spell it.
ThoseMadlads.
Okay, just like that sounds. Just wanted to make sure. Check it out. Follow him. He's gonna be out here today, right?
Yep.
So check things out. He's posting stuff. And for those of you that take a look at his stuff, please go ahead and send me the portion, and just kind of let me know the context of who led it. Let's figure out the red hat guy's name. Oh look, let's go over here. They're kind of hiding out. Let's go in the sun. It's nice in the sun. Hey sir, hiding right. How you doing today? Good. Good. Sure. Okay, perfect. I'm pretty good too. So you're here doing cable work for CNN? What are you doing? Oh, okay. Yes. So what do you say to the folks that call you know, I get it, but what kind of where are you from originally? I'm originally from New York City. But my parents fled the Soviet Union in the 70s to Russia. Because I hear an Alabama accent. I was going to say today in Alabama. What state are you from? Oh, really? Where at? Okay. Aquí te tengo Guatemala? You speak Farsi? You speak Dari? Azerbaijan? So Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan? Okay. Georgia? Armenia? Iran? That's why I said Farsi. Georgia? Lower West? So very. Oh, so Turkey. Merhaba. Istanbul. Merhaba. There you go. So good stuff. I like that. That's pretty good. All right. Anyway, um, yeah, you don't want to make a comment. What? Erdogan sent you. All right. Well, welcome. Stay warm out here, and sir, come on. You know you want to shake my hand. Come on, sir. I'm just being friendly, polite. I haven't used a single expletive all morning. All right, I'll be around all day, so I'll give you another opportunity. And one last question before I leave, and get some sunshine. Why did you tell the whole crowd here to not talk to me? Now, if you're a governmental actor, that'd be problematic.
CIA access.
But since you're a private citizen, allegedly, ostensibly, that's your First Amendment thing to coordinate, not communicating with you. But again, if you're a man, which allegedly, based on your appearance, you look like it would be very respectful to reciprocate the politeness that I'm expressing to you, and at least respond. Okay? But I'll be back. I'll get used to it. We got CBS, we got CNN, we got MS. So I know a lot of people that they call it.
Running a small biz takes grit and hustle, but you don't have to do it alone. The UPS store has your back with packing, shipping, shredding, and more. We're your one-stop shop for small biz success. Come into your local store today. The UPS store. Be unstoppable.
mean, I bought it. I have a big jacket, and he has the 2 pence. It's so thick, but like I could just fit it in the front of the stairwell in the van, and it's great when you have that big setup, but most of the time it's just this thing here.
Got to remember that next time that they don't. You can't do power here. But by the way, I'll point that out. So if you need a charge phone, there's no cable.
Yeah, I saw them advertise that in the. It's pretty amazing how this business has changed. PT cards.
I saw somebody with PT cards the other day. I was like, wow, dude. And you know what? It's great. We were using cameras. I know you were probably too recording.
I started off just emailing them, but first job out of college, 19.
Hey, Mr. Lifton, what's going on? Where's Craig? I'm getting sun. So that's what you guys put up.
I hear there are more layoffs coming, dude. Isn't that crazy?
From
From what?
CBS, you mean, or what?
Well, no, NBC just was telling me.
Oh, I know, 200. No, no. Who are you with here? No. Oh, you're boss.
Actually, so was the movie Espionage.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is great. Oh, this is John.
Jamal.
Yeah. Jimmy's here?
That's what you should do. He said everything about you. I don't think he was that successful this go around. Like, if he gets something, he'll start something. Just let him play around.
Oh, he's here. Somebody's crazy, whatever it was. I was thinking about it. You have a car today? This guy. Fame and fire.
Hey guys, we gotta leave one side or the other open, so I can't have you approach this side anymore.
Okay.
I don't know which one yours is.
No, I'm just gonna set up here. This is ours.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were bringing more equipment.
No.
Okay, all right. Thanks.
You guys have somebody on the inside? That's what we want.
Yeah, I'll make those to you.
Like, I don't know. Isn't it so? I don't care. You kidding? No, I was at the house. So, but the thing with this is so.
Easily create free legal documents. at National University.
Okay. Hey, how you been, ma'am? Ivan Raikman. Brianna? Good to meet you. You're at the, I think the Capitol? Is that you? You ever work with the Capitol? I'm Ivan Raikman. I'm just a reporter, CEO, investigative researcher.
I was in the
Make
show.
sure everyone's kept honest. How about you? You doing good? Who are you with? I answered you and you're just gonna run off? Okay. More disrespect coming from, I guess, the disinformation purveyors.
You think John
Is
Bolton,
my assumption. Making an announcement right here. How about you, sir?
How about me, what?
What's your name? Ivan Raikman is my name. Ivan Raikman. That's okay? Is your name?
Yeah.
That's different. But my guess is that you're with CBS, based on that demeanor.
Center for BS.
All right, back to what I wanted to say. So, I'm gonna raise my voice not out of anger or angst, is just to make sure that more people back there can kind of hear what I'm saying. Okay? And you know what? I think the center. Let's go over there because more of them are back there. I want more people to hear this. What do I do in the middle here? Okay, so here we are. We're outside the courthouse, and number one, as I was being investigated by the Biden criminal syndicate, this is what they did to me. As literally probably the only insider, like I explained, they feared me so much. Luckily, pretty clean, right? And so they investigated me. What are some of the things that they did? Well, let's take a look here. Notice regarding request for customer data. Ivan Raikman, right? So this is in my email inbox, and it says, Apple. This notice is being sent from a no-reply email account. Dear account holder, on July 27th of 2022, Apple received a legal request from the Federal Bureau of Investigation requesting information regarding your Apple account. This legal request only allowed delayed notice to the affected customer, meaning me. The contact information in relation to the request? FBI. Requesting agency location, Washington, D.C. Now that could have been the Washington field office, or it could have been FBI headquarters. Legal request type was a search warrant. Okay? Requesting agency case number, you see it there, 22 SC 1876. Pursuant to the applicant terms of service, blah, blah, blah. Sincerely, Apple Privacy and Law Enforcement Compliance. So, why is the FBI looking into me? Huh? Yeah? Let's ask over here. Maybe Peter Strzok can tell me that. Our beloved MSLSD analyst Peter Strzok. Or maybe Andy McCabe can tell us that. Our beloved former deputy director, right? Or maybe the guy that he just sat down for an interview with overseas, a guy by the name of Jackass Smith. Huh? Maybe Jackass Smith knows a thing or two about this particular search warrant of me.
What a joke, Jack Smith is.
Just throwing it out there as a question. Next, let's take a look at another receipt, as it's spelled. So my next receipt, oh, looky here. This is from Fake Book, from the Law Enforcement Response Team. Hello. Oh, let's back up. I'll read you through the email chain of how this was. Oh, I only incorporated the last part. So fake book basically says the same thing that you just read on the Apple thing. And I asked, they said, if you have any further information, I responded to them. When was the original request date? And here's what they sent back. Hello, for more information, the requesting agency may be reached at the contact information below. Who did the same thing to me via Facebook to look at all of my content, communications, probably geotagged location data. FBI.
So it looks like Facebook.
Agency case number. Look at this. GJ, Grand Jury, 2021, October 13th, 4 years ago, this week, case 83086. You see there? The year 2021, October 13th is my guess. So let's take a look. 838.
Pasta makes you faster.
Barilla tastes like family since
Remember, this is from Facebook, right? Facebook sending me this email.
They have a field office inside Washington, D.C.'s FBI bureau, it looks like.
Next, it doesn't end there, folks. So think about this. Is it Jackass Smith? Oh, wait. Wasn't it Mark? Wait, let's go back to Facebook. I'm just remembering things. Wasn't it Mark Zuckerberg that was on Joe Rogan and he said, they sent a couple FBI guys over to us to censor the Biden criminal syndicate laptop. So who made this request? Mark Zuckerberg to come after me? Was there a grand jury trying to indict me?
They had nothing.
Mr. Cash Patel, can you help see what this is about? Mr. Dan Bongino, Mr. Andrew Bailey, Miss Pam Bondi, Mr. Todd Blanche.
Don't trust Blanche.
And distribution. Basically the same thing that Hillary did, right? And but amidst all of that, you're going to be able to see his communications with the Cheneys, the Bushes, the Mike Pence's of the Rod Rosensteins, and that's where I left off before the verdict. So Rod Rosenstein was the U.S. Attorney for the District of Maryland, which is here in Maryland, and he was the only U.S. Attorney of the 93 in the nation that stayed on from George W. Bush into the Obama administration, and then was later elevated to be the Deputy Attorney General. Okay? He was the Deputy Attorney General at the same time that Mike Pence, and I'm getting a bolt on this, the same time that Mike Pence was the Vice President, the same time that Mike Pence's Chief of Staff, Joshua Pitcock, Mike Pence's Chief of Staff, Josh Pitcock, his wife, Josh's wife, Catherine Seaman, was the one Russia analyst for Peter Strzok. Hey, where's MSLSD? Let's do this by MSLSD. So as your contributor, Peter Strzok, his senior Russia hoax analyst was Catherine Seaman, married to Josh Pitcock, who worked for Mike Pence as his chief of staff. And as Petey Pablo Strzok, through his text messages, exchanges with his girl, Lisa Page, were communicating, they're basically communicating, and hopefully somebody in the comments will post the actual text thread where they say, should we talk to Katie to run the 25th Amendment play on Trump? What? The 25th Amendment removal of President Trump. Are you saying, Ivan, that it potentially was coordinated between Pete Strzok, the insurance policy guy, with Katie, Catherine Seaman, his employee, Russia analyst, with her husband, Josh Pitcock, who worked for
Monday.com, the opposite of any work platform we tried in the past. We tried other work management platforms, not naming names. They all suck. Monday, total opposite. It didn't just work, it spread. And people became Monday evangelists. And you know why? Because people actually liked using it. No, it's not a chore. It's intuitive. You'd have to force anyone. They're on board. You can really see that Monday care about their user. The user is king. You can create workflows yourselves, no IT, no admins. And that's why we love it. There's no roadblocks. Everything can just be done instantly. We have people creating workflows and showing them off around the company. They take pride in it. I know it sounds like a commercial, but honestly, I never expected it to have this much influence.
Play to be executed on
Wait, I want to make sure I'm capturing all the key highlights of the 2018-2019 time frame. Remember, Jimmy Homey was the FBI director, so there's that aspect of it. That's down in that's being Alexandria going on. It's good stuff. So, I mean, are they being too delicate at the time? Yeah, I'm going to complain all the time because I'm here to motivate Mexicans first. But at the end of the day, they're indicted. But here's the problem. So while it's great that they're
He never got swatted like
arraigned,
Roger Stone.
he didn't get swatted, but here's the key thing. As you leave these people to roam freely, Jim Homey is coordinating with these guys, right?
CNN
And his former employees at the FBI to continue to run a coup against this current administration to protect themselves. Number two, this guy Rod Rosenstein that I mentioned, if he's tight with John Bolton, do you think he's going to try to make sure that the U.S. Attorney's Office is leveraged or is filled with his own people that he used to work at so that John Bolton walks freely? See, these are the behind-the-scenes moves that are going on that are not so much in the courtroom. They are going on as they roam freely communicating.
Who was Bolton talking to within the last 24 hours? Was it Hillary Clinton? She's saying, we're going to get you out. We're going to kill Trump. We're going to get you out soon. Don't worry, Bolton. We're going to kill Trump soon. Is that what she was talking to Bolton about?
I would say that he was communicating with his attorneys. Now, I put a post up, I think it was last night. Yeah, that, we got this thing going on today. Who the judge is, who the U.S. attorneys and the assistant U.S. attorneys are bringing forth this case. But we also need to take a look at and see who his attorneys are. I'm wondering if it's Norm Eisen, who left this.
Norm.
Excuse me, not Norm. Who am I thinking of?
Norm Eisen.
No, it's not Norm. Oh! Jim Comey's attorney, guess who that is? I did look that up. It's the same attorney that represented Crack Baby son. The Crack Baby son Hunter
Biden?
You guys ever heard of him?
Does she have a comment about Hunter Biden's laptop propel?
You probably talked quite a bit with Johnny Boy Brennan because Johnny Boy Brennan ran that Victoria Nuland coup in Ukraine, right? Oh, sir.
Does he have a comment about Hunter Biden's laptop?
Keeping a warm spot for you guys.
He was asking, is there a problem here? He's the problem to America. He's a cancer.
See, this guy's professional.
How many lies do you think he's going to say today?
Van?
I mean, how many
Van is professional.
That guy's not an expert.
See this right here? He's seen me, and he knows how I react to professional, respectful dialogue. I actually say, you know what? Absolutely. I appreciate that. So, see, that's how things need to behave. That's how we were all raised properly. So, we'll go ahead and do that. They were here first. They're going to do their
They were here first. How many lies do you think he's going to say today, Alex?
So, we can kind of tune in a little bit. Well, we don't need to. Because we already know it's both.
Should I stand behind him when he signs?
Yeah, like they do. Oh, you know what? Sir, I can provide you a copy of the Deep State's target list. I think, did I print one out? You know what? That's a good point. We're going to take a little break here. Pass out some very important information.
Yeah, thank you.
You think I just brought a bag just for props, folks? Come on.
How are you?
Everything is deliberate, thought through, and planned, even though it looks unplanned and whimsical. So a lot of people ask me, Ivan, why are you so... Not yet, relax. Ivan, why are you so involved? Why this and that? Why have you never been arrested for January 6th and this and that? It was the Mike Pence and Mike Pence's beloved Liz Cheney and Nancy Pelosi's beloved Benny Thompson January 6th insurrection cover-up committee. Okay? They wanted to promote the insurrection narrative. Because on that day, Mike Pence violated the Constitution on multiple fronts. Inside of the chambers, when he did not allow with Nancy Pelosi for there to be a quorum, this is within C-SPAN on video for everyone to see, but they're not going to cover it because it's going to block the insurrection narrative. The insurrection took place inside of the chambers. That's where I was playing, right? But through legal theory of voting to object on the electors from the various contested states by state delegation. When Nancy Pelosi caught wind of it, they had to run the insurrection, right? Fedsurrection. And who reported on it first? Our beloved friends over here, MSLSD, who also ran the insurrection play. The colleagues to his left, Faux News, because Paul Ryan directed it.
Oh yeah, Paul Ryan.
As the former Speaker of the House. Next, News Nation wasn't really around, so I can't really blame them for it. But Criminal News Network was.
Oh, yeah.
They were also involved in that. And I think he's smirking back there, thinking like, oh, ha, ha, ha. The evidence, I've already looked at it. The reason why people laugh and like, oh, this guy's nut job, it's because they haven't seen the evidence. And when I say evidence, I'm talking about there's not a single person out there in the entire disinformation complex that has interviewed the following people in the collective. The former Capitol Police Chief, I get it.
What's the name of that one?
He was interviewed by Chief Stephen Son. I get it. He was interviewed by Tucker twice. By the way, side note, I met with Chief Stephen Son for a good 2 hours over lunch and gave him my evidence of the Fedsurrection. And at the conclusion, I asked, is anything that I said inconsistent with what you know and see? If there is, investigate, and then come back and tell me. Nothing. So when he went a few days later to go on Tucker Carlson's show when he was still at Faux News' Paul Ryan's disinformation platform, Tucker got fired because Mr. Chief Son exposed a little too much of Nancy Pelosi's Fedsurrection play. Okay, that's coming out again now. But this was early on when they were still trying to control the narrative.
How many feds were on the ground coordinating with Pence and Pelosi that day on January 6th?
Well,
over 270.
274 according to the last data dump, but I don't think it ends there. It's going to continue to go. So let me continue with this, since I'm on a roll here. So yeah. So I said, Chief Son talked to him. Tarek Johnson on numerous occasions, the U.S. Capitol Police was aboard. But more importantly, Chris Miller, the acting Secretary of Defense, right? Basically, to summarize my meeting with him, at the end he said, this might be the first time I say this publicly. Chris Miller told me Nancy Pelosi outmaneuvered us, was basically what he said. But when I laid out the evidence, he was like, wow, it looks like you know this stuff better than I do.
She wouldn't allow them.
Next person that I communicated with and interviewed for a few years now that has given me information. I'm just telling you my sources, folks, because I'm transparent, unlike some of these, I won't use pejoratives, but I will say some of these disinformation purveyors. Because that's a factual statement. I don't like to use pejoratives often. But sometimes on occasion I like to.
Is that MSDNC guy who worked for the CIA, do you think?
So we have, who else? What about the pipe bomber? Huh? Well, guess what? The head of security at the Republican National Committee, a guy by the at the time, a guy by the name of Kenneth Capolino, I've talked to him on numerous occasions, and he told me that from the onset he thought it was a diversion and it was inert. It was, and now they're gonna. I said early on years ago. I said once it has been exposed so much, the pipe bomb, they're gonna come up with the statement that it was just an exercise. It was a training exercise. Once we realized it wasn't there, because guess what? Kamala Harris, the beloved puppet head propped up by MSLSD over here, did she ever say that she was threatened by the pipe bomb at the DNC? Never. Why not? Because it was all bullshit. That's why. Because otherwise she would have used it for political expedient narrative to win the election, right? Oh, my life was threatened when I was at the DNC headquarters, and there was a pipeline being placed. But no, they don't want to talk about that because they put it there. Who's they? Remember, the DNC, the RNC, the Union Station, all the way down to Nats Park. That's all within the U.S. Capitol Police and Metropolitan Police Department concurrent jurisdiction zone. Don't believe me? Read Title II U.S. Code.
Good morning,
Section
Ariel. Yeah, that's right. John Bolton walked into this
1979,
courthouse behind me at around 8:30.
Let's
He's
listen in.
expecting him to make an initial appearance at around 11 a.m. That's just a formality.
Oh, he's going to be here at 11 a.m. now. So we got a full hour. Good thing we got a nice charger. We're going to be here all day, folks, as we further expose. You know what? Let's keep sharing this. Let's get this thing to 10,000, maybe 100,000 like back in the day. Let's get Elon in here, you know, for him to listen in, to call out disinformation purveyors. Okay? So, I might have to get a drop a little water at some point.
Yeah, this is a detailed indictment. John Bolton is accused of sending more than 1,000 pages of diary material that investigators say contain highly classified information to his wife and daughter as he was serving as national security advisor. See, very sensitive information, the most sensitive of the nation's secrets. And he sent it over to the secure email account and the messaging system. And what this indictment says is that one of his email accounts was hacked by the government of Iran, actors related to Iran. And so some of that classified material got into the hands of adversaries. And he reported the hack to the FBI at the time, but did not tell them there was sensitive material at issue, and they only learned that later. And some of that, some of these diary discovered were searched his house in August. He, of course, insists that he did nothing wrong, says he's being targeted by Donald Trump as part of the persecution campaign. His lawyer says that this conduct was gone over by the FBI years ago, and only now is he being charged.
And so they're already predisposed to think and believe this particular disinformation today. Because if you probably walk into the department, you're probably going to see on their TV screens this main disinformation surveyor. If you go into the intel community buildings, they're either going to have Criminal News Network or they're going to have MSLSD basically pushing and zombifying the safe and effective toxic bioweapon jab, or the myocarditis making heart exploding jab. They're all probably jabbed with, right? On multiple counts.
He's maybe got his booster this year.
They're probably still getting boosters, right?
He's got the nanoparticles going right through his head right now, maybe. He could just die suddenly right now on camera like so many have.
I pray they don't die suddenly, because at the end of the day, you know,
maybe God will.
Stupid shouldn't be punished with death, you know what I mean? Stupid is stupid, that's not criminal, right? But those that actually promulgated and lied about it, wait, then those actions could potentially fall into the category of being seditious co-conspirator.
It's great to be pure-blooded.
And again, it's this. They always try to invoke, oh, you're supporting this side of the orange man. You know what? I could care less about the name of the individual that's an office holder. It's all about how these folks participated in Fourth Amendment violations.
And the COVID con,
among other things. First Amendment
Russian collusion garbage.
They're the ones that pushed the whole Russia hoax. America should bankrupt them first. All of these folks, right?
Licenses should be pulled.
And the reason why I say News Nation is because they have Chris Cuomo as part of their team.
A former champion for the COVID.
They should know better than not to have the COVID DNA mutilation
mRNA bioweapons.
Random master. These were all big pharma random masters that resulted in mass mutilation.
Rachel Maddow was making over 20 grand every time he or she brought up the COVID-19 jabs. I don't know if Rachel Maddow is a man or a woman. It's hard to say.
Let's ask. Are they?
Do you believe Caitlin Collins is a
gentleman?
man? Maybe.
Ma'am? The CIA perky looking? Oh, CIA, perk up. Oh, you've been hacked. He said CIA. That stands for Central Intelligence Agency. But I sometimes, on occasion, regularly call it the CIA. Okay? Anyhow, taxpayers out there.
But we definitely know Michael LaVon Robinson, a.k.a. Michelle Obama, definitely is a man.
Remember, just so that the trolls out there that love to troll me back, my words are my own, okay? The guy behind the camera, he's exercising his own freedom. Joseph Philip Daniel. So please don't attribute his statements to me, and vice versa, right? On occasion, I'm going to say, I agree with you, then you can do that. But when I'm not saying anything, those are his own statements, and I'm not going to censor them. But I will just respectfully sometimes say, hey, give me a moment, let me put in the information that I want to put in. That's about it. Back to January 6th. You want to re-ask the question, kind of reset about what he asked me.
What involvement, what hand did Bolton have with the Pence-Pelosi Fedsurrection, in your opinion? Do you think he had any?
Yeah, so that's good. Yes, opinion. So I haven't seen any evidence of his direct involvement or communications coordination, but generally speaking, I would, if I were to search through his devices, right, I would take a look and see if he had any communications with folks like David Buckley, the former Inspector General of the CIA, since we're talking about the CIA. His communications with John Brennan, who was the former director of the CIA, right?
And he said, oh, he really likes
Liz Cheney and Liz Cheney's husband, whom I forget his first name, but if I'm not mistaken, as I was researching, Lizzie Cheney's husband was what? A lawyer. And he was a lawyer working over there, if I'm not mistaken again, I'm going to have to refresh my memory, he would have crossed paths with David Buckley, who ended up being the staff director for the Fedsurrection Cover-Up Committee, which these disinformation purveyors call what? The January 6th Select Committee, prime time, that showcased how, oh, Mike Pence, the Messiah savior of the Republic, it was such an insurrection.
it was worse than Pearl Harbor.
It was so worse than Pearl Harbor. Pathetic. I mean, you guys are all complicit in it. I mean, just like scum. You're just so pathetic. No one bought into it, and that's why Trump was elected. Okay? Now we improve our position. Because guess what? There's a lot of you guys that are promulgating this disinformation, feeding the lemmings in our government, right? That are all, most of them, all jabbed, right? And so, you think they have the courage to do what's necessary? No, because they fall prey to the disinformation constantly beating into their brain as they eat their potato chips, their coffee, whatever they want to eat, the poisoner. And they're never exercising. They're just like, oh, give me another booster. Give me another. At least, one positive thing out of this whole thing, though, is they're no longer doing medical nose raids, a.k.a. the PCR test, right? They're no longer putting face toilets on. So, hey, kudos. 5 years later, you're not wearing your face toilets. Not even one. Before you were doing the double, right? The double face toiletry. Jesus. So, I mean, we're winning. Inch by inch down the
He didn't
field.
show up with his double mask.
No, remember that? They were like, oh, let me put my hazmat suit on. Speaking of which, let me go on this tangent. Who was the one that promulgated? This is where you're gonna buy it. They're gonna like me for this one. Look at them, they're all laughing. This is the funniest part. Who was the head of the coronavirus task force in the White House under President Trump?